a champion named Anisha who also shares her time and talent to help others in a very special way. When Anisha was 9 years old, she was busy making paintings for a special person in her life who was battling cancer.
Every single time they got home from a chemotherapy session or a treatment, I would have a painting ready for them. And by the end of their treatments, they were cured and I had a stack of paintings. And I figured that maybe the art could help somebody else and it could help other cancer patients at the same time. So I created a line of cards and I sold them in like packs of 10 to raise money for different cancer foundations. So the past few years I've been donating all the proceeds to the Healing and Cancer Foundation. So yeah, it's been a neat side project. I like the idea that our healthcare system's ultimate objective is to care. I like the idea that you're meant to make patients happy and you're supposed to make them live like a comfortable life. And whether that means treatment or whether that means giving them a painting, I think that's ultimately our obligation to all patients, is to make them feel better, whatever way that may be.
Anisha's paintings are beautiful. Her vibrant artwork shows scenes of things like landscapes, animals, and dancers. She says a big part of her technique is taking time to notice the little things. I guess you could say that art and science have different recipes, but the one essential ingredient they both share is imagination. And Anisha's story is one that definitely proves this theory.
My name is Anisha Rajaselvam. I am 16 years old and I'm in grade 11 at Sacred Heart.
So, what is your first memory of loving science?
Both my parents are in the world of science, so I grew up completely surrounded by the world of research, which had its pros and cons, because I was muttering the word photosynthesis when I was like 2 years old.
As Anisha progressed through school, she developed a keen interest in biology and cancer research.
When I was 9, someone really close to me was diagnosed with cancer. And I got to watch the entire treatment process, and I came to understand what works and what didn't work and what was not comfortable for the patients and why that was. And I became really interested in that side of cancer treatment. And I got especially interested in the idea of natural compounds with potential to treat cancer. So I was at the same time supposed to be doing a science fair project, and things just worked out. So I found Dr. Paola Marignani at the Medical Sciences building at Dow. And I'm 9 years old, and I was like, hi, can I do a project on cancer?
Anisha had an upcoming meeting with her mentor and invited me along. I couldn't wait to join her for a visit to the lab and a chance to meet Dr. Marignani.
Well, Anisha, I think she was in grade 6, and correct me if I'm wrong, and she was probably this tall, and now she's this tall. And she approached me because we had just made a discovery with a natural compound, this compound that's found in green teas.
Anisha came across a plant with antioxidant properties called the thunder gun vine, which is believed to have healing properties in ancient times.
We had just made this discovery that this active compound will block a certain protein that's involved in breast cancer. And she was interested in this compound.
Anisha, do you think it's pretty unique for a 9-year-old to be doing cancer research in a university lab?
I'm sure there are people out there. I'm sure there are lots out there, but...
Are you just being humble? I feel like this is a massive thing that does not happen very often.
I am very lucky in the sense that not a lot of 9-year-olds get the opportunity to go into labs.
Watching Anisha and Dr. Marignani working together, you can tell that they are a very special collaborative team.
Great. Okay, so it's working nicely. Have you got any separations?
So the active compound in the plant is called tryptolide, and early research was being done at the time about tryptolide's effect on lung cancer and pancreatic cancer. So I was particularly interested in the effect of this compound on breast cancers with different combinations of hormone receptors. I had some pretty neat results that I was able to present at 2 national science fairs, so that was pretty awesome. And the second time I won a gold medal, so the product has taken me pretty far.
Anisha's confidence that we will one day find a cure for cancer is amazing, and watching her in action totally inspires that belief in a very real way.
We see how you can put a blanket in that blanket. But because everything is migrating nicely, you're not getting that little you're getting a nice vortex across, right?
She's awesome. I don't know what to say. She let a 9-year-old into her lab, so that pretty much sums it up. she's amazing. I've been really lucky to be surrounded by a lot of strong women, and they've all inspired me. Like, despite systemic barriers that women face in the field, it is so amazing, and the field needs women. So seeing her striving in the world of research, encouraging young people, she's taught me so much about the world of cancer, so I'm eternally grateful to her.
Anisha, the chance to share the knowledge she's learned from others with others is an important goal, and she now has the opportunity to show post-PhD students how to do things around the lab. Sharing learning, how awesome is that?
And a lot of my own trainees, my PhD students, my postdocs have all somehow or other mentored her, or vice versa. Anisha is now in the position to be training one of my research fellows. So this is a person with a PhD who's already doing post-PhD training on one of the experiments that needs to get done in their project, because she is the expert in my lab.
How cool is it to get a chance to put on a lab coat and see an experiment in progress? Very, very cool.
So these are my MDA breast cancer cells. They're the triple negative cell line, and they're kind of the focus of most of the experiments I've been doing. And if you look in here, I'll focus it for you.
Okay, I can't even... Oh! I can see my eyelashes. Okay. Whoa! It's like focusing on a camera, kind of. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me a little bit more about some of the awards that you've won for this project?
Yeah, so specifically for this project, in grade 7, I competed at the school level, at the regional level. I was selected to go to nationals, and then again in grade 8, the same thing happened, and at nationals I won a gold medal, which was amazing. And that same year, I won the Nova Scotian Discovery Award, which was a huge honor, and I was shortlisted for the International Science Fair, which was great as well.
How does that feel?
It feels pretty great. It's kind of surreal. It's been a lot of fun. I'm just really grateful that doing something I love has taken me this far. It's been pretty great.
Anisha being younger than most everyone in my lab, it's a joy to actually see that she's got that level of passion, focus, dedication. It's almost unbridled, and this is really a joy. We have a similar passion, and I'm a firm believer that art and science are exactly very similar, and they're on the same spectrum. Most people put them in separate worlds, but in fact they're on the same spectrum. They're just two different ends. And so to be
elaborate on that.
To be an effective scientist, you really do need a very creative mind. The complexity of the work requires a very creative mind in order to design the experiments. The actual execution of the experiments is a different thing, but the design is really the artist. And many good scientists that I know are also artists. It could be music, sculpting.
Aside from all the research that you're doing, what else is keeping you busy these days?
I'm a debater, which has been a lot of fun. I debated on the school team. I've competed at provincial and national tournaments, which has been a lot of fun. Ocean School, I was involved with for some time, which was really great. A project between the NFB and DAL, and they were looking to raise awareness about oceans in youth by using our science curriculum. So that was a lot of fun. I got to be involved in the nature side of things.
You've done so much already. What are your hopes for the future?
I really love science. I would love to stay involved in the world of research.
Now I'm guessing that getting ready for university life has got to be on your mind these days.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I can tell you're headed for really big things.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
so
you.
excited for you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for letting me into the lab and letting me see everything that you do.
Of course.
It was sweet. It's really fun. Are you going to school right now?
That way.
Okay.
I'm Anisha, and I'm a champion.